Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex. And you know what? Not every character is supposed to be a meta-breaking god. And here we have the Nightcrawler review, which coincidentally is going to touch on a character that is not a meta-breaking god. But he's not bad. And so I want to highlight what his new uniform does well for him. He may still just be a Shadowland character at the end of the day, but now he also has the extended value of being transcendable. That's a coin I'm gonna try to trademark. I'm looking for the patent on transcendable, but he's got all defense down now, and he's got a lot more survivability in my opinion with the immunity skill. His rotation honestly is very similar to what it used to be, and despite his low damage, I still really like his skills because of the swords. Some of you might find the swords annoying, but I really just enjoy the sound effect of the sword swooshing around. Now, again, this gameplay isn't going to knock your socks off. I'm only on stage 45. We're not going to do a stage 99 clear here. Honestly, maybe with good enough cards, maybe there's a Nightcrawler out there in the universe of Marvel Future Fight players. Maybe there's some Uber Whale Kraken Omega God Oil Baron who can make Nightcrawler work on stage 99 with a bunch of Pierce and stuff like that, which is cool if that's what you want to do. And Nightcrawler is the character that you want to showcase here. I'm obviously showcasing something a little bit more in line with what's possible. But my build is nowhere near perfect. We are level 70, but all of his gears are level 20, and he doesn't have his awakening skill. As you can see, he's just got the 5 skills there, and he's got a CTP of patience. So this is what I was able to do in about a minute and a half. You can see he's doing it. It's smooth. He's taking some damage. He can clear it. But obviously, at this point in the game, compared to other characters, I showed Cable basically one-shotting stage 70. We know Null can one-shots or whatever, stage 99, Sentry, etc. Obviously, Nightcrawler is not going to blow your socks off. I'm going to cover the build here briefly, but I want to showcase, I want to do a little bit of a comparison between his old uniform and his new uniform because there are some differences. Is it worth 750 crystals? Probably not. For the majority of players, this uniform is still going to be a skip. However, keep in mind you need to get this uniform and you need to get it to Mythic in order to get the white Deadpool uniform. Now, you do have forever. There's no timer on when you can get this uniform, so you don't need to be in a rush. If you really want the white Deadpool uniform, you can work your way up, and you can, mythic all of the other uniforms here that are actually good. Like, as you can see, you've got Deadpool's uniform, Gambit's uniform, maybe not Deadpool's, but, Gambit and Cable, maybe Rogue and X-23 later, and then maybe Nightcrawler at the end. But besides that, you actually don't need the uniform for anything. I don't think this uniform is going to make him meta. It's visually speaking, it's the highest quality and it's the glossiest version of Nightcrawler Kurt Wagner we've ever seen, which I do want to commend them for. At least visually, they did give him a massive upgrade. As cool as the X-Force uniform is, it just doesn't compete. His classic look, the Red Priest look from House of X is nice. Do I wish they had given more to Nightcrawler? Yeah. But that's just how it is. In every game, you have to have a best character and you have to have a worst character. And you have to have the number 1 and the number whatever. So he's not the worst character in the game. Obviously, that honor goes to like Whiplash or Fandral, but he's definitely, he's not going to knock your socks off. I'm not doing the best job of explaining why he's not good here, but I will in a second. So we've got a CTP of Patience. We've got a legendary uniform. I am missing the last option because I just didn't want to bust out the XP chips. I'll cover the options here. We got Magneto, House of X. We got Luna Snow, Andromeda. Captain America, Sharon Rogers, Star Knight, Hyperion Classic, so kind of one bad uniform, and then Moon Knight. So he actually has really good options. He's got some very, very popular ones. Magneto, Moon Knight, and Magneto, Moon Knight, and Sharon are all their best, most recent uniforms. This one is kind of expensive and bad, and then this one is not the newest one, but it's still very good, and a lot of people still have that one built up. So yeah, as far as what they've changed on his skills, they added 50% all defense down for 7 seconds on his 5th skill. The difficult part about his 5th skill is that it's an iframe and invincibility at the same time, so it basically doesn't really offer you much protection because they overlap. And the X, the giant X that he creates, is the part that applies all defense down. So if you get interrupted before that, or if the boss moves away from the X after the X is laid down, you don't get the all defense down. And as you can see, it's only minus 2.5, so you would need 25 hits, or not 25 hits, but you would need whatever 20 hits to build it up to minus 50, which is a lot of hits. And I honestly don't even think the X has 20 hits on it, so you're never going to build it up to all the way up to minus 50, which is Yeah. And then they also added another 3 seconds of invincibility with a 2-second paralysis. Oh, sorry, 4 seconds of immunity with a 2-second paralysis on his third skill. So they haven't added much, but they've added a little bit. So let's go ahead now, and you saw what he could do against Proxima. I'm not going to showcase the old uniform against Proxima because it's just going to be a sadder version of that. But instead, because that's what he's probably going to end up being for you, is a Shadowland character. So I'm going to take him into Shadowland. This is stage 50. This is the Daredevil boss. We're going to go ahead and see how he does here with his old uniform first. I probably should have swapped it over, but we're going to see how he does with his old uniform compared to the new one. Keep in mind, the old uniform has the advantage of having it at Mythic, which means that I have the last option as well, which is the 596 physical or all attack. That one is actually giving this uniform a total of 26,800 physical attack, whereas with this one, he has 25,100. So he does gain an additional 1,700 physical attack with the old uniform. So let's see if that's enough to balance it out, or if the new uniform is going to beat it anyways. Again, I'm not expecting a monumental buff here for Nightcrawler, but for Nightcrawler fans, I want to give you a video that you're going to enjoy watching, and I do want to highlight a character that I think it's a little bit underrated in terms of the visuals. Now, this is still his X, but as you can see, the X, it's the exact same skill. It just doesn't apply all defense down. Now, I don't know how much defense down applies or matters in Shadowland. Obviously, we know it matters a lot in World Boss. It maybe matters a little bit in Shadowland, but not nearly as much as it does in World Boss, where it can kind of make or break your rotation. So you can actually ignore the 5th skill entirely with the old uniform, because you can just spam 3 and 2 and 1. And that was actually something that I found very charming about Nightcrawler, is that his highest damage skills were 2 and 3. 5 and 4 have really low damage, which is bad, but they also have really long animations, which is also bad. Like, the only thing worse than having a low damage skill is having a low damage skill with a really long animation. He's got really snappy animations on 1, 2, and 3. And who knows, if they ever make a uniform for Nightcrawler in the future, I think they should take the template of 1, 2, and 3 and sort of expand on those, with Nightcrawler kind of, teleporting around, bamfing around, having all these swinging blades and stuff. I think that version of Nightcrawler is the one that's the most fun. So we're just going to run this. Actually, I was going to run it for a minute, but I lost track of time because I was talking. We're going to run this till I get down to 4 million HP. How about that? So we're going to see how long it takes him. Okay, there you go. So it took me about 1 minute and 20 seconds to get down to 4 million. So 1 minute and 20 seconds to deal 5.6 million damage. It's pretty rough. Like, he's going to be able to clear the stage, but it's pretty close. It's like he's getting near his limit, at least for this particular stage. Obviously, if I gave him if I looked up a stage that was blast type characters, he would have the type advantage. I have his type enhancement at rank 3. He would be able, let's get that to rank 4. Why not? It's not going to matter against Daredevil, but these pop-ups every time. But yeah, if we were to give him the type advantage, he could obviously go higher than stage 50. But now let's just see with this comparison how he does against this same stage 50, same boss. And we're looking to beat the 1 minute and 20 seconds. And again, we're going to do basically the same rotation. We're going to open with 2 and 3 to get those swords out. And then we're going to actually do 5 this time. And you're going to see the same animation. But now you can see it's going to apply the all defense down stack. Doesn't apply it quite all the way there. But you can see the damage is already a lot better. I just really like the swords, man. They're just so cool. It just looks sick, and it's like this tornado of swords. I honestly wouldn't mind if Nightcrawler was meta, because I could look at these wicked blue swords all day long. I gotta give it up to the people who animated the blue swords. You blue sword animators, you did really well. So yeah, we're reaching 4 million here. I think we're gonna get it with the 5th skill. And there we go. So that's about 35 seconds faster. So, it's partially because of the all defense down, but they also tweaked his skills a little bit. There's also the added bleed damage. I believe he's doing 15% bleed instead of 12%. Again, it's not a lot, but I do think they've tweaked his damage. How much they've tweaked his damage by is probably not going to matter to the majority of players. You're probably watching this video and being like, man, Alex, this is still a skip. I don't know why you made this video on Nightcrawler. Because I like Nightcrawler, and I actually think Nightcrawler is cool. He's amazing? No. Should you build him? Probably not. But some people are going to build him anyways. And I think he can do like stage 1 of Null if you invest all your resources into him. So I actually like that. You know, I'm not going to do that, to be honest. I'm not going to be awakening Nightcrawler anytime soon, but it's nice to know that if you build a character all the way, even if they're not Cable or, you know, these titans of the game, Sentry, Null, whatever, that they can still have some part to play. You know, maybe if you're just casually playing stage 50 world boss anyways, and you just love Nightcrawler, go ahead, you know, skip Gambit or whoever else you were going to awaken Nightcrawler, awaken Kurt, and you can do your stage 50 world boss. He has synergies that you can take advantage of, right? He has the leadership ability. That's why I used White Fox with him, because he takes advantage of the debuff. So that minus 50 that he does, right? It actually gets stacked up to minus 70 with her Chief Fox lead. All of her passive buffs get applied to Kurt as well. And if you want an added buff, if you want an added bonus, what you can do, because White Fox with her new Christmas uniform or holiday uniform, she has minus 70 all defense down. So again, this is for the Nightcrawler fans. If you're not a Nightcrawler fan, maybe you've already clicked off the video. It doesn't matter, don't bother me. But check this out. You can drop you can drop White Fox's all defense down first, which is gonna do a ton of damage here. But now look, Kurt's doing way more damage. Look at that. So that's Kurt's damage with 100% all defense down. He's taking damage here, but he's a lot tankier. Again, you know, it's sort of, why not just clear with White Fox? I hear you. But we want to clear with Kurt, man. This is the Kurt show. So we're going to apply the all defense down. Going to do like whatever, 2 bars of damage. Here comes Kurt. 1 bar. 2 bars, right? Go Kurt. It's your birthday. Look at Kurt. He's flying through this stage. So you can imagine with his awakening skill that it's actually going to be a lot closer to that much damage. Again, I don't have his awakening skill. I'm not going to be getting it. But just for clarity there, White Fox was doing minus 70%. She was applying minus 70, which gets bumped up to minus 98 with her lead. Kurt, his awakening night raid is minus 60. Oh, it's minus 60. I thought it was minus 65. Anyways, that's still going to get bumped up to minus 84. So who knows? Maybe Night Raid will do enough damage so that he can do higher stages. Like I said, I've heard he can do like stage 50, 60, 70 of regular World Boss Ultimate, not Null. Someone said they could, or Verdict said that he could do almost stage 5 or not almost stage 5. He struggled on stage 5, but he has 16% pierce on his cards. So I don't consider that to be a fair, or like, you know, oh, there he is, Terraformer, Verdict. I don't feel that to be a comparison that a lot of players can relate to. He's got a CTP of Rage on his Nightcrawler. He obviously really likes Nightcrawler. He's got Odin's Blessings, like I said. So if you want to completely if you want to completely roid out your Nightcrawler, he can actually do Null. Is he gonna push to stage 10, 20, 30 of Null? No. Maybe in the future if they introduce some new mechanic or some new buffs, but he can at least do like stage 2, 3, which I think is kind of cool personally. So yeah. Nightcrawler, a reminder that you don't have to be meta to be fun, and that's what matters at the end of the day. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Shout out to all the Nightcrawler fans out there. Thanks to Verdict for sharing his gameplay information, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.